Hello everyone, welcome to Gate Educon. Today we will discuss how to calculate the response time, waiting time, turnaround time, and burst time from a given Gantt chart. Okay, in the gate examination, there will be some questions, and you have to or you need to draw the Gantt chart with the help of some algorithms like first come first serve algorithm, short job first algorithm, short remaining time first algorithm, long remaining time first algorithm, round robin algorithm. Okay, then there will be some priority queue algorithm or priority scheduling algorithm. Okay, and there will be preemptive, non-preemptive. Okay, so many algorithms are there, but today I only want to share you how to get the response time, waiting time, burst time, turnaround time from a drawn uh, Gnatt chart. Okay, so here I have taken an example where there are four processes: P1, P2, P3, P4, and the arrival times are respectively 0, 1, 3, and 4. And suppose the Gnatt chart is look like this. Okay, so the response time, and I already described what is the response time, what is the waiting time, what is the turnaround time, what is the burst time in the previous video. If you have not checked, then check the previous video. Okay, so response time, I have told you that the response time is nothing but the first waiting time. And what is the first waiting time? First waiting time means the first start execution time minus first arrival, means the arrival time of the P1. So the first execution time for P1 is 0. And what is the arrival time for P1? This is 0. So 0 minus 0, this is 0. Okay. For P2, it is the first execution start time is 5 for P2, and what is the arrival time? This is 1. So 5 minus 1 is nothing but 4. Next is P3. For P3, the start execution time for first time for P3 is 10. And what is the execution time? Means what is the arrival time? This is 3. 10 minus 3, this is 7. And for P4, the first start execution time is 15. And what is the arrival time? This is 4. So 15 minus 4, this is 11. Now waiting time. Waiting time is the summation of all waiting times, means response times plus other waiting times. Okay, so the for P1, the response time or first execution time is, means for first waiting time or response time is 0, plus the for the second P1 waiting time, means when for the first time when it's ends its execution, this is 5. And again for the second time it starts its execution at 20. So 20 minus 5 also. Okay, so 0 plus 20 minus 5, 20 minus 5 means 15. So total is 15. For P2, what is the first waiting time or response time? This is 4 plus second. For the P2, when it will again started, this is 25. And when it ended its first execution, this is 10. So this is for P2, this is 20 when it's started again, 25, and when it ended, 10. So 25 minus 10, this is 15 plus 4, this is 19. For P3, this is the first waiting time is 7, plus for P3 again it started at 30 and it ended the first execution at 15. So 30 minus 15 is also 15. So 15 plus 7, this is 22. And for P4, what is the first waiting time of response time? This is 11. And when it ended its first execution, this is 20. And for the second time, it started at 35. So 35 minus 20 is 15. 15 plus 11, this is 26. Okay. Now turnaround time. Turnaround time is, I have told you, the completion time minus arrival time for one process. Okay, so the turnaround time for P1 is, what is the completion time for P1? This is 25. And what is the arrival time for P1? This is 0. So 25 minus 0, this is 25 for P2. When it ended, means when the execution ended for P2, this is 30. And when it is the arrival time of P2, this is 1. So 30 minus 1, this is 29 for P3. What is the completion time for process P3? This is 35. And when it arrived, this is 3. So 35 minus 3, this is 32. And for P4, when it completed at 40, and when it arrived, this is 4. So 36. And burst time for P1, I have told you the burst time is the total execution time. Okay, so for P1, the first execution time is 5, and for the second execution time is also 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Or in the other way, you also can calculate it, turnaround time minus waiting time, as turnaround time is the summation of waiting time plus burst time. So burst time is turnaround time minus waiting time. So the burst time for the P1 is 25 minus 15. This is 10. For P2, it's also, what is the turnaround time for P2? This is 29. And what is the waiting time for P2? This is 19. So 29 minus 19, this is 10. Or also check the first execution time is 10 minus 5 is 5, and the second execution time is 30 minus 25 is 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. It's matched. For P3, what is the turnaround time for P3? This is 32. What is the waiting time for P3? This is 22. So the burst time is 32 minus 22 is 10. For P4, what is the turnaround time for P4? This is 36. And what is the waiting time for P4? This is 26. So 36 minus 26 is 10. So this is the process through which you can calculate the response time, waiting time, turnaround time, burst time. Okay, easily. So for the algorithm part, means the first come first serve for SJF, and for SRTF, LRTF, and priority scheduling or round robin scheduling, I will discuss in the next videos. Okay, so till then, keep watching and keep supporting. Do like, subscribe if you like it, and I think it will be helpful for you to calculate these problems very easily and quickly. Okay, so keep watching this. So that's all for this session. Thank you.